anniversary. We've been married 64 years yesterday. And I wasn't saved when I got married. I don't know why my wife married me and me not saved. I guess I was such a good-looking fella. But now, there was some things wrong with me that nobody else knowed, just me. And when I got out of the service, they helped to make me an alcoholic. The Army did. You know, when we went into war, about the only comfort we could get is a bottle of beer or schnapps or other kind of drink. And we went to Iceland first, out of the States, and of course, I was still craving for that drink, craving it. And the British people, they usually had a better beer than the Americans did, had more pep to it, you know. And they would ask for volunteers to go down on the deck when the British brought in food and drinks and so forth. But I just wanted to know when they were going to bring the beer in. And I'd go and you could drink all the beer you want and no cost to it. You was a soldier. And it went on and went on. And when we went into war, every place that we took, the first thing that we wanted to go to is to the basement to get something to drink. Over there, they made a lot of beer and a lot of liquor and all of that, and they kept it in the basement. And here the soldiers would go down. I was right in the bunch. And I got out of the service. To make a long story short, I got out of the service, and I come home, and I didn't want my family to know that I was hooked on alcohol. And I don't know, I didn't want to be around them. You know, you can smell that stuff if you've been drinking, you know, especially liquor. And I don't know how many things I got for your breath. When I was going to be kind of mixed in with my family, I didn't want them to know that I was hooked.
Come on.
And I was working at Marine Products at that time, and of course I was not married at that time, and I looked forward every Friday to get my check, to have enough to drink on and to go to parties and dances and all of that. And but you know, there was one day, you know, my wife was a Christian. Now, I don't recommend the saved marrying the unsaved. Now, if you want to do that, it's your business. But if you get into trouble, don't come to me crying. But you see, my wife was a Christian, and I wasn't a Christian. And before I got saved, we had a little one bedroom. It had the living room in it. It had it was just one room, and we had one bed. And so I would go to bed, but before she'd go to bed, she'd get right down and pray right there where I was at. Pray. And I don't want to tell her just what I thought about doing, but it went on and it went on, and there was things about me. I tried to quit. I'd make bets, you know, about drinking and so forth, and I just went on. And even when I got married, my wife was a Christian, and every night, we went to the bed. Here she'd get down on her knees and pray right there in front of me. And she prayed and she prayed. But one night, I think it's about a week after we got married, one night, I didn't think I could quit it. I didn't. It had a hold of me. But I went April the 11th, and Brother Charlie Brooks was in a revival meeting there in Dayton, and I went with my wife to church. And that Brother Brooks come back. He saw me sitting back there, and he said, "Young man, would you like to pray?" I said, "Yes, I'll pray. I don't know what to say, but I'll pray." And I went to the altar, and my sister, I didn't know how to pray. And my sister come over to me and said, "Charlie, ask the Lord to have mercy on you." And I just said that as loud as I could say it, "Lord, have mercy on me." And I didn't hardly get that out of my mouth, that there was something that entered inside of me. And you know what? I got up from the altar a new man. I said the Lord is a fixer. He's a fixer. It don't get too bad. You can be as ugly as a mud fence and dumb as a horse. Just come to the altar. Load it down. If you get saved, out it goes. And I went to my work the next morning. And you know what? I didn't know what I was going to do. I was one of the ringleaders on my line. They couldn't get above me. I mean, I was all the time fooling around with women. That's why I met you now. But the Lord can save